Hello and welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be looking at 20 likely questions you may see in your exams. So let's go. Number one, the oxidation number of chromium in this is what? Now, whenever you have an element and it is charged, the sum of the oxidation number is equal to the charge of the element. So what do we mean? Looking at this will be, so we are going to sum up everything here and equate it to what? -2. So we are looking for chromium. So this will be chromium 2 plus 7 times the oxidation number of oxygen is -2 is equals to what? -2. If there was no charge here, we will equate it to 0. Okay, so this will be chromium 2 plus, this times this will give us -14 is equals to -2. So this will be chromium 2 plus times minus is equals to -2. So this will be chromium 2 is equals to -2. This one crossing over will give us plus. So this will be chromium 2 is equals to plus 12. Then we're going to divide by 2. Chromium is equals to plus 12 divided by 2. And that will give us what? Plus 6. So the answer to that question is what? Plus 6. Isn't that simple? Number 2, the ammonium compound used in manufacturing of dry cells is... So we know that there is an ammonium compound used in manufacturing of dry cell, but which of them is in the option? The answer to the question is what? Ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride paste for dry cell. You don't use liquid for dry cell, you use ammonium chloride paste for dry cells. Please take note of that today. Okay, let's look at the next question. Empirical formula of a compound containing this copper and this oxygen is what? Now, the question is already in mole. So we are going to divide by the smallest ratio. Had it been the question was still in mass, we will first of all divide by the molar mass and then divide by the smallest ratio. Now, many students are going to go and start dividing by the molar mass. No. You start dividing by molar mass when the question was given to you in gram or in percentage. But if the question has already been in mole, there is no need to divide again. You simply divide by the smallest ratio. Okay, so this is copper and this is oxygen. So copper is 0.067, oxygen is 0.066. So which one is the smallest ratio? 0.066. 0.066. So cancel. This divided by this will give you 1 and this is 1. So what will be the answer to the question? Which is what? Copper 2 oxide. So the answer to the question is what? Copper 2 oxide. Isn't that simple? Okay, so let's look at number 4 question. The equation P equals K over V illustrates what? Boyle's law, Charles' law, Dalton's law, Gay-Lussac law. Now, P is equal to K over V. That means that P, or pressure, is inversely proportional to volume. So, which law states that pressure is inversely proportional to volume? That means that since there is no temperature here, that means that the temperature is constant. So, which law states that pressure is inversely proportional to volume and the temperature is constant? The only law that states that is Boyle's law. At constant temperature, the volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure, provided the temperature remains constant. Okay, the compound formed between this and this is... Okay, so the valency of this person is 2, and the valency of this is 2. So when they marry, they will give you XY2, X. So when they marry, they will give you X2, Y2. So divide, you have what? XY. So the answer to the equation is what? XY. Van der Waals forces is present in what? Where do you have van der Waals present here? Ammonium chloride, chlorine, sodium chloride, water. Van der Waals forces is present in ammonium chloride. Van der Waals forces are usually present in substances that easily sublime. Sublimation means that they move from solid state to gaseous state without passing through the liquid phase. Example, your camphor. Your camphor moves from solid state to gaseous phase. Are we together? So a good example of van der Waals forces, a substance that have van der Waals forces, is what? Ammonium chloride. The high solubility of ethanol in water is due to its dash: low boiling point, low freezing point, covalent nature, hydrogen bonding. It is due to the hydrogen bond. Ethanol is soluble in water because of hydrogen bonding. This is ethanol. So there is a hydrogen bond in the OH group. That is what gives ethanol its solubility in water. So let's look at the next question. The bond angle in methane is what? So what is the bond angle in methane? 109, 180, 105, 90 degrees. Of course, the bond angle in methane is 109. Which of the following is non-polar? Bromine, ammonia, water, and hydrogen bromide. Which one is non-polar? Okay, so in this question, you have bromine to be non-polar. Number 10. Which of the following will not decompose when heated strongly? Sodium hydrogen triisocarbonate 4, potassium triisocarbonate 4, magnesium triisocarbonate 4, and zinc triisocarbonate 4. So which one will decompose when heated, will not decompose when heated strongly? When you heat this one, it's going to decompose. This hydrogen is going to make it decompose. When you heat this, it's going to decompose. Likewise this. But this triisocarbonate 4 of sodium, triisocarbonate 4s of sodium and potassium, these, they do not decompose. Please take note of it. They do not decompose. No matter whatever you heat them, they will never decompose. Next, which of the following solutions, which of the following aqueous solutions turns red litmus to blue? So red litmus to blue, that means it is a base, because base is turn red litmus paper to blue. So which one is going to give us a base or an alkali solution here? Sodium chloride is going to be neutral. Sodium ethanoate, ammonium chloride, and this. So the one that when you dissolve in water, it will give you an alkali or a base here is sodium ethanoate. If you dissolve it in water, look at it here. Sodium ethanoate. If you dissolve it in water, it will give you sodium ethanoic acid plus what? Sodium hydroxide. That is one hydrogen from here, and then one hydrogen and one oxygen for this. So this now is a what? Is a base. So the answer to the question is what? Sodium ethanoate. Okay, so let's look at another question. Which of the following readily soluble in water? Which of the following is readily soluble in water? Copper 2 oxide, silver chloride, sodium tetraoxo sulfate 6, and calcium triisocarbonate 4. Now, solubility, all tetraoxo sulfate 6 are soluble in water, with the exception of lead tetraoxo sulfate 6 and beryllium tetraoxo sulfate 6. Then all chloride are soluble in water except silver chloride and lead chloride. All triisocarbonate 4 are insoluble in water except sodium, potassium, and ammonium carbonates. These three are soluble in water. The rest of triisocarbonate 4 are insoluble. So the answer to this question is what? Sodium tetraoxo sulfate 6. Alkaline earth metals can be found in group what? Alkaline earth metals are found in group 2. So the answer to the question is B. Which of the following is a metalloid? Metalloids are compounds that exhibit both metallic characteristics as well as what? Non-metal characteristics. So such elements, we refer to them as what? Metalloid. So which one is a metalloid here? Silicon. We have examples of metalloid. We have silicon. We also have germanium. These are metalloids. Please take note of them. Then you have this element, and the question says, to which group of the periodic table does it belong? So with this one, which group of periodic table does it belong? So how do we get to the answer? To get to it, you come here. This is 2 raised to power 2, right? Okay, so this 2 tells us the group it belongs to. So this element belongs to group 2. Then, how many electrons are in this ion? Fluoride ion. How many electrons? As you can see, this is an ion. That means it has gained more electrons. Initially, it had 9 electrons. Now, it now gained extra 1, making it ionized. So, 9 plus extra electron. 9 plus extra 1 electron here, that will make it what? 10. So, the number of electrons here is 10. How do we know that it is 1 electron? Because this is just minus. Minus here means 1. If you have 2 minus, it will be 2 electrons. So in this case, it is 1 electron. 1 plus 9, that will give us 10. Okay, so let's look at the next question. The component of air that is removed when air is bubbled in alkaline pyrogaru is carbon 4 oxide, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon 2 oxide. So alkaline pyrogaru, once you hear alkaline pyrogaru, what should come to your mind? Oxygen gas. Oxygen gas is absorbed, okay? Metallic ion present in hard water is calcium. Actually, we have 2 metallic ions present in hard water. Hard water is caused by the presence of calcium ion and magnesium ion. Then, looking at this, bromine is acting as what? So, I just want to give you a little trick. Now, when you look at the reactants, those ones that will increase at the product, their oxidation state increases at the product, are reducing agents. While those ones, their oxidation state decreases at the product, are oxidizing agents. So, looking at this, any element that is not combined with another element is 0. So this is 0. Coming here, it will be what? Minus 1. Then, you look at iodine. Iodine here is minus 1. Coming here is 0. Okay, so bromine is acting as what? Bromine moved from 0 to minus 1. 0 to minus 1. That means 0 is bigger than minus 1, right? So it's moved from high to low. That means, is it an oxidizing agent or a reducing agent? So decreasing the oxidation number here means that it is an oxidizing agent. The oxidation number of X in this is what? What's the oxidation number of X in that? So let's solve. It is equivalent to minus 3. So X plus 4 times oxidation number of oxygen is equals to minus 3. So this will be X minus 8 is equals to minus 3. So this is X minus 8 is equals to minus 3. X is equals to minus 3 plus 8, and that will give us plus 5. So the answer to the question is plus 5. A colorless hydrocarbon with a sweet smell undergoes substitution reaction is what? Sweet smell. It smells nice and it undergoes substitution reaction is what? Ester, aka alkanoid family. They are used in making perfumes. They have a very sweet smell. Another hydrocarbon that has a very sweet smell is alkene. Alkene is alkene, that's ethene in alkene family. It has a good smell, but it does not undergo substitution reaction. It undergoes addition reaction. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's class. Please do well to subscribe to our channel and also invite your friends to do the same. Thank you and success.